Oh yes, it is indices time. Now I know a few of you don't know your index laws, so here's some good practice for you. You're gonna have to remember what square roots are, fourth roots, and when you've got numbers on the bottom of fractions and stuff, it's all crazy. So your job here is to simplify this as much as possible and work out what the power up there B is supposed to be. Okay, so jot that down, off you go, and I'll catch you very shortly. Okay, time's up, folks. Now let's go through this. This fourth power of x here, the fourth root of x, hopefully you've turned that into x to the power of 1/4. Then you've got your divide sign. And then you've got this x to the power of 7 underneath the fraction. Now when it's on the bottom, you've got to be thinking of minus powers, right? Negatives. So therefore, I'm hoping you've put this down as x to the power of -7. And then look what we've got. We've just got two powers, and what are we doing? We are dividing. So what would we need to do? We will need to subtract our powers. So then we need to do 1/4, and then be careful because this is, you take away the powers, but then this is -7. So what sum are we actually doing? We're doing 1/4, take away 7. In turn, that's just going to be 1/4 plus 7. There you go. So you can leave it as 7 1/4. So maybe we can go like this. X to the b is equal to x to the power of 7 1/4. That's one option. You could obviously turn it into a decimal maybe if you wanted to, or turn it into an improper fraction, either. So whatever you do, now because we've got x to the power of b is x to the power of 7 1/4, we can just say that b is equal to 7 1/4, or anything that's equivalent to that. Boom, done. And now moving on swiftly to the next one. This one's interesting. Yeah, so we've got 2 to the power of b is equal to. Now, the reason why this is a bit more tricky is because we don't have 2 to the power of something in here. We've got 16. But we can change it, right? And 16 is the same as 2 to the power of 4. So let's do this. We've got the cube root, but then what we're going to do is change 16 to 2 to the power of 4. And then pop the 7 back on the outside. So I haven't changed anything apart from the 16, because 16 is 2 to the power of 4. And now let's do some work here. So we've got this 2 to the power of 4. And now you see this cube root over here. Remember, cube root, you can change that into a power of 1/3. So let's do that. Look at this. I'm going to put a third over here to represent that. And then we've still got this power of 7 on the outside. There we go. So now 2 to the power of b is equal to, what should we do in here? We just need to multiply our powers, right? So we'll have 2 to the power of 4 times a third. That's going to be 4/3. That's all in there. And you've still got that 7 on the outside. So now 2 to the power of b is equal to 2. And now you multiply these powers too. So 7 4s, what's that? 28. So you've got 28/3. And now because we've got 2 to the power of b is 2 to the 28/3, we can just say that b is equal to 28/3, or again, anything which is equivalent to that. Okay, great. So there is another few practice questions done on indices. Hopefully you got those all correct. I'll be putting out a few more so that you can test yourself again very, very soon. I'll see you then.